I just realized that the algorithm might not know that that is a that is a video. So I am kind of worried. So that's why I removed it. So sorry about that, but here we go.
From the Black Swan Media Studios, deep inside a secret underground bunker, we're speaking to freedom-loving patriots from all around the country and the world. Welcome to the Resistance. This is John Crump, live.
What is up? I'm going to bring my friend in here, Rich, and we're going to get this party started. It's been a lot of breaking news today, actually, which is crazy. I'm just uploaded a new video here, and I'm bringing Rich. What's up, Rich?
Crappy! I miss you, buddy.
I miss you too. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay, that's
I
fine.
don't know either.
There you go. So a lot of pistol brace stuff going on today, but who do we have on board for today? Who would you have on deck, so to
I
speak?
don't know. I have no idea. Some Gideon Optics?
Bob from Gideon Optics, I believe it is.
Holy cow. What's up, boys? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right. I'm sorry. I'm, 3 minutes late? I just pulled in.
I know.
It's the first time trying to do this from this phone. I can only see half of you on my screen. This is kind of cosmic. But hi, boys. Sorry.
Yeah,
it's a
you
busy
look like
day.
another Bob I know.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
We all look the same. Who?
The JSD Bob? That guy?
The JSD
Bob. Yeah, I know that guy. He sucks. What's up, buddies?
I would not want him on there. So Gideon Optics, what the hell? What's Gideon Optics?
Oh, what the hell? I guess we're new. Yeah, we're new. We're everything you expect at lower than you're used to paying, if that makes sense. Right? I think Bailey does a better job of this. Bailey's out there somewhere. I saw Bailey today. By the way, I didn't just get gussied up for you. We did some photos. That's where I just came back from. I think my hands only made it into the product catalog once, but the Gideon Optics website, the standalone website, right, the retail website for just the optics, is almost up.
How did I not know this?
How did you not know what?
About Gideon Optics.
Are you serious, Crumpy? You're goofy.
You really don't know?
No, I have no idea.
He probably does. What am I missing? There's some inside joke.
I'm dead serious.
You mean you didn't get the free Gideon Optics press kit that I got?
Oh, nobody got free nothing yet, Rich. But thanks for bringing that up, yeah, man. The next real shipment, right? So, it's a fair warning before we get into anything else. The introductory prices, right? I think we've got some alphas and some judges from our first production run still left. That should still be $199 or will be $199. When the next batch hits June 6th, they'll probably go up to regular price, which is $229, which is still less than the folks we're competing against. Again, with all the same features, man. I just sent Rich a pretty amateur video that I just did.
I just played it.
Yeah, I saw that. I had to cut it because I was like, oh my God, we're live and there's gun handling.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can't even show videos of gun handling, you don't think? Not if you want to stay monetized.
I don't know if it's
well, we're live.
If it's smart enough to tell that it's
that you're playing pre-recorded content.
That, like on a live show, if you're playing a video of somebody shooting a gun, how does it know?
Yeah, I don't know if it does or not.
Like realistically, we could do a picture-to-picture. I could run out in my yard and have a live stream. You know.
Yeah, so I don't know.
John, did you really not know? Have you really not talked to Jordan or I in that long?
No, I've talked to Jordan. I've talked to you. You guys have just not said anything about
So
it.
John didn't go to SHOT Show or Pew Party to hang out with the Gideon Optics crew.
Oh, yeah. You're not really that far behind. The first place the public even saw them, we barely got, and that's why I'll go ahead and say it. The ones that are going out now are in like an orange box with just a Gideon label on it. It has a product label on the side that gives you, the SKU and the reticle and everything. We kind of rushed. We were just waiting on packaging, but wanted to have something for NRA. So actually, just what was that? The last weekend of April. It's only been 30 days since the first time anybody saw anything that said Gideon Optics on the side of it.
No, I thought.
Yeah, what was I saying, man?
I was like, man, did Bob quit?
Oh, no. I just do everything, man. And if Rich ever gets off my back, we'll eventually have those triggers too. But yeah, and then there'll be Bob from PS Triggers. Hey, man. Yeah, we're really excited about it, man. It's everything you'd expect, right? The 1200 G's of shock proof, IPX7 waterproof. You started watching that video. I just made it public 5 minutes before this started. I was driving and said, you know what? I should make that video public before I go on here in case they want to share it with anybody. Yeah, all of that. We'll have the first green reticle. So everything has been a red circle dot to this point, our first production batch. June 6th will be the first greens. I believe they're green dots. As far as how many people want just dots, right? We sat in a room and said, well, we got to decide what's going to come out first and what we can work on, right, and add to the lineup later. And the consensus in the room we were sitting in was circle dots, man. We love circle dots. I can't see any of the comments. So if you're laughing at somebody,
Okay.
so I got something hanging from my nose. I saw Rich look up and laugh. I see, man.
No, I have no idea.
No, Night Strike says the triggers are coming 2025.
I still don't. Somebody mentioned the other day in a comment thread that they just watched me talking to Rich about it originally. From the gathering? I'm not sure if I said a year. Did I say a year back then?
I wasn't at the first gathering, so I wasn't there.
No, it was at IV 88.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I'm not saying a year anymore. I'm just going to keep saying June. So unfortunately, if they're ready in like October,
Caltech line Q3.
Tough crap. You're waiting until next June. They're going to be like, all right, they're ready. Let's start shipping them. No, we can't because Rich thinks it's June. I got to wait till June. Sorry.
Q3, like Caltech said. Oh yeah, it'll be available Q3.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that. We've only done that really twice. I don't want to talk about the other product we did with, but this, at least since I've been here, the only two things we've only done it twice. And I'll try to stop us from ever doing it again. That makes sense. But with the optics so far, we're meeting our expectations. That makes sense. We thought we'd have the first ones out in April, and we did.
Oh, cool.
The folks we're working with to produce them are incredibly responsive. I don't have any doubts that we'll meet our timelines moving forward.
Sweet. Yeah, I got a new slide I need an optic for.
Dude, I'm still pissed. You and Jordan, neither one of you, I've spoken to you both, and no one's ever said anything about a freaking optics company.
Yeah, I got
What's
this
that?
slide.
I looked at the thumbnail. I was like, dude, that dude, Bob from Getting an Optics looks like Bob from JFD. They could be twins.
Well, look, to be fair, right? You guys know I don't have much time to sit in the office anymore, right? I really wanted to get on yesterday with Dark when Rich asked me, and when he asked me this morning, I was like, I know I'm not going to be sitting. I'm just going to be doing too much. So this optics thing, is that everybody jumping and running? Is that for me or the comments? Oh man,
Jordan.
Jordan does love you so much. I love you so much too. We don't feel like I didn't feel the need to tell my wife that the optics were out. I mean, and I love her too.
I didn't know that
maybe not the same way.
Did you know the optics were coming out? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me ask you that.
You know what?
Uh-huh.
I also didn't want to say anything, right? We've got I'll call it a short list, but it's relatively long, of folks, right, that are either going to do content for us, have been friends of ours for a long time, right, that we know that are going to help us get the word out. And that first batch we got was maybe 70 total, and more than half of them were gone before we even left NRA. So I also, to be fair, I got in the mindset that I didn't want to say anything to anyone that I couldn't bring on board, right, to be excited with us. If that makes sense, to help us out I knew I couldn't say anything to Rich, but then he showed up a pew party in my desk. Like, now Rich knows. Everybody's going to know. Yeah, John.
You mean the video
it
I
wasn't
just
because
posted?
it's not because we don't love you. It's like I wouldn't offer my children chocolate cake if I didn't have chocolate cake. So I wasn't going to say, oh, John, have you heard about the optics we're coming out with? Yeah, in 2 months, maybe I'll be able to show you something. But I just wanted to have the present ready
It would have been
before
nice
I told you.
No,
I'm sorry. I'll do better next time.
Okay.
I'll do better from now on. What else? Either of you is going to GunCon?
Everybody's accusing me of trying to get free optics. I'll pay. I'm good.
Yeah, Rich will pay. We know where he lives.
I will buy an optic and I will pay.
All right. There, my Arkin for my 50 BMG, I did get from them for free. So if anybody's gonna say, I did get that free.
What did you get?
So my 50 cal. Let's see that way. The optic, the Arkin optic on my 50 cal, they did send to me, and I'm doing promotional stuff for them.
Oh, right on. See, you know how the game works. Rich knows how to show the love back, right? Isn't that what we call it in this industry, right? Rich knows how to show the love, yeah.
No.
Goodbeam says they'll trade you a flashlight for one.
I'm gonna just stop talking until I think Crump isn't mad at me anymore for not mentioning it before. I feel really bad about myself.
You might as well just get off the show.
If Crump was mad at you.
No, I'm not mad at you.
If Crump was mad at you, there'd be a black van in front of your house.
No,
right.
No, I just want to know.
All right. Well, if we do anything else, we're working on closed emitter ones too. That probably won't be until September, but I want to tell you first, I guess. Right? What are they called? Like an EPS style, right? Something that fits your RMSC or your RMR cut, but is completely enclosed instead of being open in the back. That's already in the hopper and dang near ready. 1X Prism should be the end of June. That's just about done. We've got a semi-unique reticle. I mean, we're not making a big splash about the reticle. We put some thought into the reticle that we're etching into the 1X Prism. What else? By Halloween, there should be some LPVOs.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I don't care about you, Rich. I'm just telling John, so I don't want to get in trouble. Like, come Thanksgiving, have Crump calling me. Why didn't you tell me the LPVOs were coming out? I'm sorry, John.
You know what?
Right.
Nothing.
Unless you're going to kick me out of the show. I haven't done anything bad enough to warrant that yet.
Nope. I'm not going to kick you out of the show. I'm just going to.
Oh wow! 1 to 8, 1 to 10s. Wow.
Oh no! I didn't know if I was supposed to say that. Is that Jordan? Okay.
That's Jordan.
Yeah. That's acceptable. Approved. I just found that out today.
If the trick to getting Bob on the show was, I don't know about today. I'm like, oh, is Jordan available? It's like, all right, oh, come on. Are you trying to keep Jordan off the show? Is that?
You know what seemed Rich, without even knowing you're going to put Bob from Gideon Optics, right? I know that's the way you were going to thumbnail it, or that's what I was coming here for. But so I said, I don't know. And then I'm driving to the shooting range, right, with all this stuff, because we did the photos at a range. We want to be safe. So anything we're pointing down range is getting pointed down range. Mm-hmm. And that's a good environment for it. The sun was nice. So I'm driving there and I'm like, I can't, how can I be going to do this, right? This marketing thing and be turning down an invitation from Rich to be on a show. Yeah. So that all of a sudden felt counterproductive or kind of dumb. Like, I'm driving here to do this. If I can fit it in, that's just me though. I want to be sitting somewhere where I can be focused. That makes sense.
So can you do a reticle that's a glowing blue chem light? Is that possible?
Dark. It's dark. Is that dark? I don't know, but I want to say by the end of this year, we're going to be looking to get creative with some things, right? We'll have our circle dots and our dots. We may have, I'm surprised the demand there seems to be for a multi-reticle system, meaning that you hold the button down and it changes from a dot to a hollow circle. Mm-hmm. Surprised how many people say they want that. So we'll probably eventually do that, but that increases the cost.
That's an interesting feature creep. And I wonder, just cross product lines, cars, whatever it may be, whether it's an EFIS system, a phone, like people list like, oh, there's 50 features on this thing. It's like, oh, this other one only has 40. It's like, yeah, the other 10 you're never going to use anyhow. I always wonder about that when people like do the side-by-side comparison. It's like, you fall into that like, oh my God, this has 10 more features. I'm like, yeah, but will I ever use them?
You know what I wonder?
What do you wonder?
What?
Why Bob doesn't like me anymore?
Oof. All right. Bob, you've gotten a lot of love from JSD. I don't know why you're.
I don't
But
know anything.
now-
I just want to know, man. I want to be in the
Crump,
know.
if you left your basement and came to SHOT Show or came to Pew Party, you might have seen this stuff.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
can't
doing
believe
it.
Rich didn't tell you. That's who we really should be. Can we get on board with being? Can the chat get on board with being angry at Rich that he showed up at Pew Party? He got stickers. He took pictures. We all did the right. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I was
Did you
looking
get
for the
everybody to do
photo.
this? Did you get everybody to do that? Remember when you came around
didn't
and
Yeah, I didn't release that yet.
How many Rich? How many secrets have I let you in on?
Oh my God, Crump! It's like always gonna be like, was that released yet? Can I talk about that?
Yeah.
So, like, then I see products online. I'm like, oh, I guess I can talk about that. I got like a pre-production whatever, and I was gonna make a video and have like the video ready and embargoed, ready to go when it became product. I'm like, oh, I didn't do that. Product's out.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Well, we
yes.
know.
Anyway, I
Crump has been
blame
good to me.
Rich.
Whoa! All right, Detective John Kimball is totally throwing me under the bus and then throwing it in reverse. He says Rich ruins everything, even by getting Dark strikes on his channel. All right, I'm not responsible for the last one because that was
Did
2.5
you do that?
years ago. Dark and I didn't even know each other then.
I only got to watch a little bit of that yesterday. I'm surprised he survived this long, man. I'm scared. I'm worried for him. But they're going to get him.
Well,
You want to hear something funny?
Yes.
Talking about Rich, I was on my gaming channel last night, right? And like playing Warzone. You know Warzone, right? You get to. No, I still got you guys' medals over here. I'll get those out to you. But so I'm playing Warzone, and so Warzone, if you guys haven't played Warzone, you start out by jumping out of a plane, right? Doing a like a Halo dive, right? And I'm jumping out of the plane, and all the comments was, "Are you jumping out of the plane because Rich was flying?"
who says that?
I can't remember something. I don't know.
Nice.
I think I finally dipped out when you like glitched and were stuck in the gas, or it looked like you just kept jumping out and you were kind of floating.
I killed a dude, and then all of a sudden I was like I don't know, like jumping through gas. I was like, "What the hell?"
No, you're a gamer. I forgot. Yeah, there's the JSD team, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a Gideon Optics team too. We can field too. When's the next tournament, John? Is it going to be in Warzone? Maybe I should practice Warzone. Is Warzone? You can't really do private matches, can you?
Yeah, it's
All right,
kind of, I've been like the guys over at F1. I guess they want to do it. The GOA team, they're going to field a couple teams.
Well, you have to handicap the GOA team if it's any of those same guys. They have to play with like one hand behind their back, or maybe I'll buy eye patches for all of them. They can play one-eyed at least, give the rest of us a chance.
Dude,
man, they were good.
They didn't lose a single round.
Yeah, man, we're still kind of hyped about that. Every now and then, Bailey asks me or somebody else asks me, "Hey, man, is John going to get John Crump Games going to do another tournament?"
Probably in July or I don't know.
Oh my gosh! All right, I don't know how this occurred. Dark must have mistyped something because I have never seen Dark super chat anyone. He sent a super chat. Do I need to come on and defend my honor?
Why?
If you want to come on Dark, you are more than welcome.
Why would Dark need to defend his honor? We didn't say anything bad about Dark.
We're
saying I felt bad that he got struck again. I don't worry about him. I guess it's because what happened to me. Every time I see somebody with a second one, right? One strike and a timeout, I'm like, that can happen to anybody. But when I see somebody with two in a short enough time frame that I remember them talking about their last one, I'm like, oh gosh, I hope they don't get him. Their third one's coming. That headshot, right? This is a body armor drill. Like they already took the two to the chest. If they get him one more time, whole channel's going to be gone. I worry about it.
Yeah. He super chats all the time. Yeah, like 2AEDU and other people like that. Yep.
So what made you guys start an optic company?
I guess, what do I want to call it? How do we word this? I think Jordan says it better. Bailey said it the best. I'm not doing this anymore. Bailey has to come on here next time. Plus, John hates me, so Bailey for sure has to come on. We looked at what was there, I guess. That makes sense. We looked at what was there as far as pricing, as far as features, and what was being offered. And like, I think we did most things right. If you see kind of the price points, the consistent price points, you don't see us, charging way more and then all of a sudden having to put everything on sale, or, all of the Patmo stuff. We looked at the optics and says, is there a way to do it? Is there a way to get equal quality, to be on par with what people expect and what we think people should have, and lower the cost? Right. And Jordan, once he gets an idea like that in his head, he really doesn't stop until he's completely burnt out every potential avenue to do something like that. I think that's about it. And again, Gideon Optics exists now because that was possible, if that makes sense. Most of the time it is. If you dig hard enough, you got somebody with a brain like St. Venera that will just keep at that. It isn't satisfied that, nope, it is what it is, if that makes sense. If there's a status quo and he thinks there might be a way to challenge that status quo, he goes digging. And we found one.
Yeah, the GOA team was not using aimbots. They're just that good. They're all like the Gen Z guys at GOA.
Are there aimbots in Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You could do anything with computers. Yeah. Every time I'm playing against anybody that it shows that they're playing with a keyboard, because I still play on PlayStation, I just assume that they're cheating. Yeah. Because I'm not that smart, but I know you can write codes to do almost anything you want.
Yeah. Kurt24 says, what battery size can you keep it on to charge to change it? Do you want me
to actually talk about optics? Yeah, I guess I should. All of the RMR footprints are all a top load battery tray, a top load 1632.
That's nice.
It's like a metal disc, if that makes sense, screws into the top.
Okay.
Our RMSC is a bottom load right now. It's taking a 2032. That's the Judge is our RMSC footprint. It's a single red dot, takes a 2032 in the bottom. So you do have to take it off to replace your battery. Once a year is what I do. It's battery life is 20,000 hours at the highest setting, 40,000 at medium setting, and they are all motion activated. So they turn off automatically after 225 seconds. Everything. This is everything. We don't make anything that's not motion activated.
You know what? I'm going to buy one. Like probably now.
Well, then I'll just send you another one, so that's fine. I think we got. It'll say on the online we've got 10 or 12 judges left, I think, and maybe a half dozen alphas. I want to say there's less than 10 alphas, and that's it till June 6th when the next run comes. Oh no, wait, probably a half dozen rocks as well.
Crump, how much money do you owe me?
You gotta look. I think 250.
Do you owe me a Gideon Optic then?
Yeah, I can get you one. See, though I pay Rich, but Rich doesn't want to let his wife know that he's buying stuff. So instead of me actually paying him in cash, he just sends me like the Flipper Zero still sitting there. I don't know when the hell those things are going to ship.
Oh, okay.
But so he like picks stuff and is like, all right, well, this is what I want.
It's like Wheel of Fortune at the end of the month with Crump.
Yeah, so
I used to do that back in the day.
Vacation, Jack.
Since they killed her before I started working with Jordan, back when I had was just set up as an affiliate, I would do the same thing. I would use it very similar, like my little fun money, if that makes sense. Yeah, I just let it accumulate, and then whenever I wanted to buy something, I'd be like, hey, I need this.
Somehow my wife has never asked me about the 50 cal or the optic on it. But then again, she did get a Peloton for Christmas. And
yeah, my wife has not asked about the heavy boxes of ammo she drags in from outside or guns that I carry back and forth through the house since the second time Obama got elected.
My wife wouldn't do that. My wife,
she never really asked in the first place,
and all that bit, but like carry a box of ammo or lift a bottle of detergent, yeah, no, that's not happening.
RMRSC.
I really like the Judge. What's that thing on 365? Did I send you a Rev 48 already, Crump? I think you have one.
What?
I think you have a Rev 48 slide somewhere. That's what I have I have a judge on one of those.
Well, that's what that's what I need one for. So that's what I will buy a little bit later on tonight. So that's the RMSC footprint, right?
Correct. Yeah, the judge is the RMSC. I think that's the one that'll be green on June 6th too. If you like green better, I'm partial to green. I have a red one already, but I'll probably get a green one too.
I like green.
So, is it considered twisting your arm if somebody posts something that's really cool and you want it, and they're like, "Yeah, I can give that to you," meaning you can buy that from me. And I'm like, "Oh yeah," So like, I saw this cool Norso slide. I'm like, "Oh, that looks so cool."
All right. Well, I'm going to June 6th. I like green.
We probably will have a new slide design finally. We're finally going to add another. Well, if they say they can, I'll warn you that I designed it. I sketched it up in a little paint app on a touchpad.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a lot of holes in it. Triangles is the theme.
Does it
but
look like a school bus or not like a school bus?
No. I mean, I took a real slide and I removed things, if that makes sense, right? That way, it's gonna look like it was born from the existing Patmos, right? Revelation and Judah slides, but I edited a few things. I kind of wanted to keep it like it looks like it belongs with us, but a little flashier and a little niftier. With a vent in the top of the. I don't know. I sent it to the engineer guys that do the CADing that I'm not smart enough or don't have the skill set to do. And they said, yeah, no problem. We'll get this modeled up and send it to you, and then we'll get samples cut.
You know what? I forgot. I got to CAD something up. Thank you for reminding me.
All right, well, just CAD me up another slide. I'd love to launch a crump. Send me something. I'll send it over to the engineer guys and be like, can you shove this in that machine and have it spit out bar stock in the shape of?
No, it's just something for the scouts. We're gonna do these neckerchief things, and
okay, cool.
We just have to do like a shape. It's gonna be.
I vaguely remember that kind of stuff.
It's real simple. It's nothing insanely hard.
As close as I come to CADing is merging two models on my on the build plate in Cura. Well, I mean, I want this with this, and I'll just find ones that I think I can orient so that I want them like that, and just.
I never knew you could do that on a build plate.
I don't. I've never tried to stack them, right? So I don't know if you can make them cancel each other out. But for instance, I need a little bit taller riser, and I probably could have found the right size, or I probably could have figured out to scale it, but I knew it was this thick and I needed double thick. So does that make sense? I just put two of them on there and stuck the top to the bottom, and then it printed all in one piece, so I didn't have to glue it together later to have a sturdy platform that was the correct height. What else have I done? I did that with some pistol stands way back in the day when I first got my 3D printer. I can't even remember what cartoon characters I did, but I just found a model on Thingiverse of a cartoon character and put it on the front of the pistol stand, you know what I mean, where it usually says Glock or whatever. So you put your pistol in there, and there's a little Pikachu sitting in the front. God.
Dark says he merged two models before.
Yeah, I kind of left that one laying there, didn't I?
Crump, did you look at your text?
No. Okay, why would I have to look at?
For about what I'm about to say? He's got too many texts.
Oh, no, just... no, just Bob's boss is texting me.
Oh, okay.
What did I do now? I don't think I said anything I'm not allowed.
No.
Johnny 3 Bars got it. It is a deck joke. So Dark talks about his deck, how everybody in his neighborhood wants to be on his deck. I've talked about that. I've been on Dark's deck, Crump's deck, and CRS Firearms deck, and Crump's deck is the biggest, Dark's is the smallest. My deck is bigger than Crump's, but his head is bigger than mine.
I'm going to take your word for all that and never investigate it myself. Thanks.
Isn't that the worst set of deck jokes going?
Just about.
Yeah.
So are you going to GunCon? Did I already ask that? It's sold out, but
I'm not going.
what about what's next
I'd
after
like
that?
to. That's I probably need to like rotate an event, like every other year, every X number of years, go to something.
What else? I should tell you about
GunCon
all
is-
the things you shouldn't know about. There's the Midwest Meetup. The Out of Battery Live guys are holding like a 3D printer range day. I reached out to him. I guess they do it casually or have done it casually in the past. This is the first one they're trying to make into an IV-88 type thing. They're recruiting vendors. They're going to have like a firing line and all this.
Oh, cool.
That's Labor Day weekend. And now I'm trying to remember what's near the end of September that we already registered for that I forget. Third weekend in September, there's something else.
No,
I was hoping one of you guys is already scheduled to go to it.
is there an Iraq veteran that you're going to or no?
I don't think it's an IV-88 now. There is what Opie and the Smokies is doing. He does something called Naughty After Dark in Sweetwater, Tennessee.
Oh, does he? Ah.
Yeah. I don't know. This might only be the second one. I don't know if he only did it last year, but that's October 27th and 28th.
I haven't seen him posting lately. Did he get zucked?
Maybe he might be shadow banned. He He came and saw us in NRAM, and he posted a bunch of Omega stuff, and then reached out to us about this. Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it, man. You can camp if you want. I'm still petitioning for us to rent an RV and drive down there. I forget how long the drive is, but apparently there's like camping and there are hotels somewhat near the area. There's some kind of lodge that you can rent rooms in. But it sounds pretty cool. It's a machine gun shoot during the day and then a night shoot at night. So they are going to have nods and companies that are bringing night vision.
So
you
when is
have the
there
opportunity
going
to
to be
shoot.
a JSD night vision company or?
Oh, I don't know, man. We're in the right neighborhood now. I'm going to call that June.
June?
Yeah. The June after the triggers.
Yeah.
Interesting. You know what? I really wish you guys would have told me.
Well, John, I still don't have a medal for my incredible spray and parry performance in that tournament. So, I mean, can't we be even?
And you're probably not going to get one.
Jordan's print the label here right now, Crump.
I'm just joking with you.
No, I hope you never let me live this one down because I'm starting to forget stuff. So I hope 5 years from now I see you at SHOT Show or something or whatever. Or Rich gets me back on here. I'm like, what's up?
I just figured,
and you're like, hey, Bob, it really would have been nice to know, that some friends of mine, we're starting an optics company and we're going to have optics, but, I guess I'm just not important enough. And then I'm going to feel terrible all over again. I need this kind of accountability in my life.
All right, so I don't talk to Jordan. Not that I don't want to, I just don't, however that works. I talk to Bob on, like we text or we'll talk to each other on the phone or something like that. I know, Crump, you talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you talk to Jordan.
Yep.
I think Crump talks to Jordan more than I talk to him, probably. He is always on the phone, man. I mean, even when we're, passing like ships through the shop or at the offices or whatever, it's usually a few minutes to see what direction we're going, right? When we need to do stuff like today, he kind of spearheaded this and got his friend Ben, who's a professional photographer, to come out and, got a handful of us to come out to hold the guns and set everything up for this,
cool.
to get these photos set for the, yeah, he absolutely, he's running stuff and then he's on the phone setting up to run something else. Yeah, surprise. So, yeah, just John. There's like John and 3 other people that he talks to.
I don't know.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't think it likes me anymore.
So Dark is asking, are you guys doing anything with other cuts like a doctor cut?
F your doctor cut.
Yeah.
Maybe eventually. Probably eventually. No, we probably actually will. And I know there's other ones out there. But the M17 and M18, right? There's, when the contract and number 320s are in circulation, it makes sense to do right? That's what that is, right? Delta Point Pro / Doctor. I hope that's the same footprint. We're eventually going to do that. We are the Mediator. I don't think that is going to be, we won't have production where you can purchase it. We've got our couple units in-house that we took some photos of and that we've been playing with. But the Mediator is like an acro type optic. And it's an acro P1 footprint. So we are going to cut slides for that as well. Yeah, doctor will be down the road. I'll call that fall for the DPP
We got
doctor
a
cut.
question. Is there a competitive product to the 507 Hollow Sun?
I mean, all of them. We're not, and maybe someday. But cost-wise, it doesn't make sense to try to integrate the solar right now. The solar is nice, but if that's the question, right? I believe the 507,
I kind of think
507C.
solar's dumb. Because if you have a battery that lasts nearly forever.
It's not a bad idea, but the cost, if that makes sense. Like if we put, if you do solar, you can't really do the solar any less, and maybe the technology will get there. There'll be more suppliers manufacturing those tiny little solar panels that integrate into the board for the optic, but just didn't make sense. And I'm sure it works for other people. I'm still not sure what that solar panel is supposed to do. I thought it was supposed to run it if the battery died.
Out of the person's pocket.
I thought it was supposed to run it if the battery died, but I tried with a dead battery and the battery completely.
Output, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me because the wattage output for the square inches, millimeters, centimeters, whatever it is, probably isn't enough to run an optic.
I don't know. It could be. But again, I haven't seen it in practice, I guess, and I haven't talked to anyone who's actually said, yes, my battery was completely dead, and I took it out and checked it was completely dead, and the light worked, because I tried shoving a battery I knew was dead that I pulled out of another optic and tried it without it, and my light wouldn't come on. So maybe I'm missing something. I'm not sure, but yeah, everything with the solar, that shape. I guess the Alpha. Everybody's keen on the Omega, and we sold more rocks than we did Alphas, right? And the rock is the square kind of RMR looking, right? The one that looks like a regular window, I guess, a little square. The Alpha is the one that's a little bit wider and kind of has 3 components to the top. I like the shape of that one as well. And for some reason, that wider but not taller window is what I prefer. I'm not sure why. And the Omega is amazing, but for some reason, I keep coming back to the Alpha. The Omega is the large circle window RMR footprint. But I would say closest to 507, I'd do an Alpha. That's what I'd put up next to a 507.
I dropped the Alpha link in the chat.
All right. So he's dropping the Alpha link in the chat, and I'm going to be saying that I'm kicking Bob off the show. Thanks, Bob.
Okay. Bye, guys. Love you.
Joking. Jeff's joking. I love Bob.
I'll make up for it someday. I can't believe we didn't tell you, honestly. It wasn't like intentional, but I just kind of stopped talking about it with anyone until for people that I knew, right, that we wanted to get involved at the ground level, right, to launch this sucker until I had things in stock. It wasn't like intentional, but I don't even know if I told Rich. Did I tell you before you showed up at Pew Party?
SHOT Show.
Oh yeah, you were at SHOT Show. That's right.
Yeah.
How did you? I can't believe for the first time I realized that Rich has known since January, and hasn't told John. That's wild.
I don't know, Rich.
John does all the talking. And quit trying to blame me.
No, that's on me. Make it right between here and Christmas. I'll get back in Crumpy's good graces.
I don't think you will.
Challenge accepted.
I'm just messing around. I am going to buy a one of them. Just to help you guys out.
So, Bob, what kind of dog do you have?
Where'd he go? He's a Chihuahua mix. The one that you just saw a little bit of his head pop up maybe on the camera. That one my wife found on the road at 4 a.m. She was driving to work and saw a pair of shiny eyes running at her and assumed it was a raccoon. And it got all the way up next to the car and ran past the car and saw that it was a little dog. And she opened the door and he jumped in and she brought him home. And then we did the responsible thing, or what I would want someone to do if they found my dog. She posted on because she's a member of all the adoption agencies, the lost and found pets. Yep, we took it to the vet, and they said it was super healthy. It was obviously someone's dog, but did not have a microchip in it. She called called all the shelters and then emailed pictures once she got their contact info of this dog that we found. And after a month, nobody had claimed it. Couldn't find the owner. So he's ours now.
My dog
his
is
name's
mostly a dachshund, but part poodle, part chihuahua.
very cool.
So that it's thundering. Oh, which way? She got
Yeah, one time when Rich left his mic on, and all of a sudden he hears, "Oh, come here, doggy! Come here, doggy! Come here."
Yeah, we stole her from my father-in-law.
Stole her?
Yeah. He was in the hospital. She
Oh wow.
and she needed surgery, so we nursed her back to health and kept her. And she has the worst breath on the planet. So when she's, you're glad you're on video. Love this dog, but she's
Our other
scared of
dog
thunder.
has terrible breath. It smells kind of like dead fish all the time. And he's adorable. He's we got him from a shelter too, but it's gorgeous. Kind of looks like Snoopy, only has one black ear instead of two black ears hanging down. But his breath is just the worst. He's the sweetest dog in the world. Scared of everything. Yeah, just gross.
No,
That's weird. Don't know why. He goes to the vet all the time. There's nothing wrong with his teeth. You know what I mean? I figured they'd say like brush his teeth or feed him this kind of food and that'll go away. Or like, nope, he just has crappy breath.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the dog is like at my feet, but I guess the way the air's moving, it's like
the way the
she
air
gets
is moving.
panting. Yeah, I got the ceiling fan running but yeah, it starts thundering, she gets panting, and it's bad.
So where are you going next, John? What's the next place you're going to be? That's not really what I meant. Hold on.
Nowhere.
I'm going to try to get out of the sun.
I will be at the Guns Out Range Day in August.
In August? I should probably be at that.
Yeah, that's down near me.
I think I remember seeing that you were going to that one last year. We got to get to that.
Didn't that
I'll
get
try to remember
last
that.
year, or was that?
No.
Or hopefully Jordan's still watching and he'll remind me tomorrow. Be like, hey, what was that range day John was talking about? Be like, damn it. I forgot.
XCal's a very nice range.
I do remember seeing about that. We'll have to get down there.
Oh, wait.
Does that have vendors and stuff?
What's that?
Does that have like other vendors or just run by the range and like,
no,
you know what I mean? They're the host.
Like a bunch of different vendors.
Oh, well, then we should for sure get down on that.
But they have a ton of different vendors, man.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't mark that one down last year. I don't know if I saw a whole lot about it. I saw you talking about it and saw Jared talking about it.
Yeah, there was a bunch of different people there.
Thank you, Rich. I saw a text message and I cleared it from my watch, but I didn't. It's not read, so I'll get to look at it whenever we get off here. Thank you for that.
Don't read it.
What? I have to read it. It's important. It's from Rich.
Yeah.
Because he sent me a reminder so that I won't forget. Guns Out XCal.
Are you gonna go to range today, Rich? Guns Out range.
Was I invited? I was invited.
Okay, well, Rich is not gonna be there, but
Good. Then I'm definitely in. We'll hook that up as long as there should be time to register. I can't believe how fast GunCon sold out, but they only sell 500 tickets to that thing. It's like an open to the public situation.
Does Loudoun County have an airport? Whoop.
Yeah, they have an airport.
All right.
I think we could probably drive down to you.
Dulles International Airport.
Yeah, I don't want to fly into Dulles.
Oh, there's also Leesburg.
Okay.
Which is like if you want to like bring your plane or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you going to be done by August?
No, not my plane.
Are you going to rent one?
Yeah, I'd have to rent.
Okay.
So, Crump, is it true you have a Porsche 918? I would be treating you nicer if I knew you had a Porsche 918.
I don't know. I got to check.
Holy cow. What are you doing right now? Looking at the drone in your 12-car garage, like just having it zoom down the line. They're like, oh yeah, that's right, I did. It is a 918.
It's there.
No,
on
I
the
do
left. It
not
was
have
in the
a
back.
fucking 918. I got a Honda and a Kia. And I'm trying to use Tinkercad because I don't want to like fire up my whole thing just to do a basic design, and I don't even know how to use Tinkercad.
Are you? Oh my god! It's all right. So there's one other person than me that's like pro at Tinkercad, and it's 3D Print General, and I'm kind of proud of that because everybody else laughs at me when I tell them I do Tinkercad.
Well,
I really need to learn a better CAD, but Tinkercad gets me most of the way there.
Yeah, well, you know, I this is more of like optical, like not optical, like GUI, where
So
like I would like just
probably
like a fucking numbers, freaking numbers.
so. Okay, I had to duplicate. It's funny if this is sitting here. I had to duplicate something for somebody, and what I did is I just sketched, traced it. I scan it, import it into GIMP, export it as an SVG, import it into Tinkercad, loft it, and then I have the object. So you might be better off drawing it and scanning it.
I actually kind of followed what you just said, Rich. I couldn't do it physically, but I understand. If I sat down, I could do what you just said. I think that was a really good, succinct, quick explanation of how to take that 2-dimensional object and just make it 3-dimensional. That was really good. You should teach.
Well, I'm trying to
Teaching doesn't pay enough, though.
Well, I think I did a video on that. I might have done like a YouTube video on that process. And it's all free software. Everything I used was free.
Yeah.
So I can pay for my daughter to go to Italy.
Yeah, I guess we'll be at XCal too. Now I got something to do in August.
Rich.
What?
How's that going for you?
All right. So to talk trash, my daughter did a weekend excursion from the apartment she's staying at in Italy while she's studying abroad for 4 weeks. There were 7 girls in 3 different apartments in this building. They all got broken into. No signs of forced entry, and all of their laptops got stolen. She had a year-old MacBook Pro.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, when I was dropping off yesterday's show, it was because I was dealing with issues from that. So,
unreal.
Yeah. I mean,
I was wondering about that at Airbnbs. I just don't worry about hotels so much anymore because these electronic ones. But even that, like, I worry leaving stuff behind anywhere I've rented, apartment, anything. I thought anybody that ever lived here or worked here could have. Right, we should all have those for what they cost and just connect through Wi-Fi.
I mean, yeah. This is a Wise camera. I don't know if this is $35. It'll record. You can put a micro SD card into it. It'll record, it'll send, stream to the internet, it'll, cloud enabled, blah, 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 motion sensing. It'll send you an alert. If that, again, the guy could have had a COVID mask on, but whatever.
Right.
Hey, Rich, how do you change the text in Tinkercad?
Oh, it's fun. So if you highlight it and like in the dialog box on the top right,
dialog box on the top right.
So
I don't know.
We're gonna get a Tinkercad lesson.
I don't even know. I don't care. I'm just gonna use something else. Just gonna use Fusion and be done with it. Can't believe that I'm having issues with Tinkercad and I use Fusion.
So you grab the text,
all right.
You drop it in, and right here it says multi-language. I usually check sans.
All right. Well, here let's do a Tinkercad lesson. What I need is a design, 3 inches high.
Inches? Who knows what inches are? Everything's in millimeters.
I know, but I thought
there's no way to convert that.
75 millimeters high, Like a not the text, not the text. I need a negative space because I need to pour stuff into it. So like whatever shape, it doesn't really matter what shape it is. 75 by
Okay.
75, 3 by 3 inches.
What?
Then inside, I need a negative space about it doesn't have to be that. It can be anything. What I need is a shape that is 25 millimeters deep and 25 millimeters wide, any type of shape, and it needs to have a 997 inside the mold. That's it.
25 by 25?
25 or 75?
No, I was gonna make it 73 inches high, but it only needs to be like an inch deep, so it can actually be like 2 inches high, and with an inch recess.
So you're saying you want it to say what?
Inside there, not a square. It has to be like a round or star or something like that.
Okay,
that says,
and so tell me how
997.
big the text needs to be, or what the text needs to be.
997.
So it just has to say 997?
997, yeah, that's it. 997. And
man, it did it again. Sorry, so parts of the UI suck.
997. And
it has to be in that volume.
Well, no, the like the 1 inch by 1 inch, yeah, but it's up. It has, instead of a square, it has to be like I don't know, like anything from an oval to a star or whatever.
Okay.
And so that has to be in the hole. So at the bottom of it,
So you want it like engraved into it, is what you're saying?
No, well, I want it. Well, we're gonna pour stuff into it, so the negative space.
Oh, okay. You're making a mold. I mean, you
Yeah.
should have led with that. That's what you should have led with.
Yeah, so like the mold's gonna be like 25 by 25.
So do you want the text backwards?
Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Oh, wow, Rich is pretty smart, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. You want it in a star?
Yeah, a star's fine.
All right, let's rotate.
That's negative space, and then yeah.
Where is the fine? All right, there it is. And you probably want this text a little smaller. All right, so you want that to be the negative space, so I'll make that the positive space, the mold that you drop it into. Let's see, is that big enough? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna turn that off for the moment. So we're gonna cut this hole. So that's gonna be negative. You're gonna want that on the bottom. All right, so we're gonna do that in like more than one step. I clicked on the wrong thing. All right, so I need that back, but I did that wrong. All right, so let me move this out of the way first.
Are there people still sitting here watching this? This is amazing.
Into a mold.
Probably so. Someone go. So
what time was? I was like, how long have we been watching Rich make CAD? I don't. Is anybody still here?
So June 6th
is really cool.
Is the green are what is it? The RMFC? What is the one? What is that called?
The judge.
The judge.
Judges are RMFC. Yeah.
Okay, I guess this is Gideon is another Bible reference.
Yeah, that is correct. As everything is. Yeah, Gideon. Oh, why can't I remember now? God, I'm just too tired. Can't remember who it was that he chased away, or him and his.
Oh yeah, Gideon was
his guys or whatever.
Badass. I'm doing the daily audio Bible, so I just like read through that portion.
I go back reading. I'm so embarrassed that I don't have it in front of me. If I had a computer beside me, I'd look it up to remind myself. But there were torches and trumpets involved. They said they didn't fight anyone. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Gideon.
But yeah, he talked directly to God, and it was another one of those
judges.
the type of what do I want to call it? The idea is that he didn't believe that that him and this small band of guys go up against whoever it was. I can't remember their name anyway. But then he did.
So
he just believed in the Lord.
Gideon was the first judge of Israel, if I'm remembering correctly. And unfortunately, it was only like a week ago I read that. Or
that sounds accurate.
Because it's daily audio Bible. Gideon tested God using fleece. Oh yeah. All right, I remember that. So he said, like, hey, if this is so, let there be dew on the ground and no dew on the fleece. It was something like that.
Yep.
Motel room Bibles.
Says motel room Bibles. Right.
Yeah,
so John, is this what you want?
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Wow.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hope everybody else is paying attention. I hope I remember to go back and watch just the end of this show later to actually learn something, Rich. That was incredible.
I do have a stupid superpower, and it's Tinkercad. I'm like wicked fast with that, and it's embarrassing.
I just didn't want to like fire up like fusion and whatnot. So I was like,
it was incredible, Rich.
It'd be easy fast, but then I was like, that's like I guess because I never really learned on Tinkercad. That this is like the first time.
Yeah, I mean, me and other 5-year-olds could like CAD this up in no time.
So I was like, okay, we're because you just I don't know, whatever.
Ooh, Sport Brand for the win. It says God promised Gideon victory and safety. Very apos for a red dot. Or very appropriate is what he was trying to say for a red dot.
Yeah.
If you don't know Jordan is a very pious man.
That's why we call him Saint Finro.
Yeah, I really like that. I don't remember what other names we were kicking around. It was like a whole list, and he just came up with that, and I was like, that's incredible. And then I went and read the story. Right, that makes sense. I haven't read the entire Bible since I was 16. Right, going to Bible school as
you're
as
one
a younger
me
man.
Then.
Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice being around him and getting reminded of this kind of stuff. That makes sense. When I dug up and read it, really, I don't know what it did, but it's nice to be reminded and to go back and look at that stuff and to be working somewhere like this. It's
you know what you guys did? You guys need
somewhat faith based.
Everything's like religious based. You need to have an optic called the Xenu. Scientology.
Oh.
Xenu, the alien that threw all of everyone in the volcano. The evil warlord.
Thank God for L. Ron Hubbard.
And Tom Cruise, isn't that pretty much who made Scientology? Yeah, I'm making that up. Him and Tom Cruise. That's the only ones I know of, and the only famous ones, I guess.
Well, no, you have John Travolta.
Really?
Oh, apparently, yeah. Hank's dad is into that. Hank Strange.
Yeah.
I never bothered to look any further into it.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a bunch of famous celebrities, man.
Oh, totally. It's a total.
Juliette Lewis, Beck.
Who?
Kirstie Alley.
Okay.
I think. Isn't she dead?
Kirstie Alley?
Yeah.
Well, didn't
maybe. She might have died.
Yeah. Elizabeth Moss.
Oh, wait. Who's the one? Was it King of Queens or whatever? What's her name? She left Scientology and she like totally.
Yeah.
Totally goes after them.
Oh yeah.
Because apparently you NDA your life away with Scientology.
Yeah. Greta Van Susteren.
You mean Scientology like Fight Club?
Yeah.
If you leave Scientology, you're not allowed to talk about it? Is that what you mean? You NDA your life away? Yeah.
Yeah, Demi Moore. Isn't she a Scientologist?
Really? Oh man, I just saw a sad story.
Jerry
Bruce
Seinfeld?
Willis is not doing good.
Who?
Yeah, he has
Bruce Willis?
Yeah, he has dementia.
Oh man.
That's tough.
Jenna Elfman. I'm looking up.
Shows how old I'm getting. Forget what the latest kind of dumb movie I saw with what's his face?
Bruce Willis.
Oh, who's the other crazy one? Passion of the Christ. Who's the
Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson.
Yeah. I saw him the other for the second or third time. I saw him in a straight to Netflix or whatever movie, and he just seems to quickly be looking grayer and more haggard. I'm like, wait, I remember he was.
Like, no, you can't be old. I remember.
I remember when he was Martin Riggs. This can't be possible. He looked like the age that I still am in my head, right? 20 something, maybe 30. And now he looks like he's like 100.
Road Warrior.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's
He's
it.
the Road Warrior.
I have another video that's dropping on John Crump News. So if you guys want to go over there, you guys can go over there and watch that. It's totally up to you. If you don't want to watch it, then I don't care. That's fine.
They better watch it. I don't know why you're watching this if you're not watching everything else that John Crump puts on the internet. You bunch of idiots. And read if you can read. I can't. So luckily he puts it in video form too. But wherever he puts an article at, you should read it if you have the ability to.
I'm reading disabled myself.
So if you guys want to go over there and watch it, you are more than welcome to watch it. So yeah. But it's about to drop, and with that, follow Flying Rich at Flying Rich Firearms and Flying Rich on YouTube, Flying Rich Official on Instagram, Flying Rich everywhere else. You can follow P10 Clan at JFD Supply, Gideon Optics, I guess, and oh my God, Rich.
Gideon Optics, all one word, is the Instagram. We're trying to get everybody on there because the website's probably still another week out till we get everything integrated.
Rich. You just shared a link that has gun parts.
Oh crap!
Come on, Rich.
It was the optics link. They have optics.
Yes, but they have gun parts on the website.
Yeah, it's probably part of the reason we're spinning up a whole separate website for just the optics, so that we don't get anybody in trouble or get banned or shadow banned. Yep.
I'll just delete the stream.
Yeah.
Crap.
We remove that. All right. So yep, Rich is trying to get people strikes again. Bob, tell everyone where they can find you.
Like I just said, follow Gideon Optics, all one word, on the Instagram. I'm still at PTang something. And Bobby Millimeter is what I'm YouTubing now. When I do, I just put a video up of the Omega, drop it in some water and stuff like that. It's not a scientific torture test for those of you looking for that. But it was raining this past Saturday, and I've been meaning to. I got tired of people asking me if I had beat on one yet, so I decided to drive down to the Rage and start beating on one. So I sloshed an Omega around and threw it in some gravel. It was a good time.
Nice. All right, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow with our guest, who is probably Rich. I've had no idea.
No idea. We have a guest tomorrow?